Hello lads and welcome back to another episode and another season of the Ipswich Town Career Mode. In this episode we will be getting some transfer business done and just simulating through some of these pre-season games. Last episode we managed to get a European place. We already achieved that ages ago though, but it was confirmed last episode when we lost the FA Cup final, which was a bit disappointing. It was a good occasion, but it was a bit of a disappointing result and scoreline. But we are in the Europa League, so it is a step further. We have got an extra league added to our repertoire, added to my career, and I'm glad we managed to get them into the Europa League, and it doesn't make this season basically the same as last. And it allows us to improve on the transfer front, so I'm going to show you my shortlist now. Raul Ruiz-Diaz, I think, has been on the shortlist for pretty much the entire series. Probably since, I'll say the entire series. Like, as far as I can remember. It might have been the second season, I'm not sure, but he's been there for a long time. And they still won't sell him. I don't know when his contract runs out, but surely it's got to be soon. He's still not going to sell him because he's too important. So we'll keep an eye on him. He's forever getting less and less relevant, though, because both my strikers are higher rating than him. We've also got Christopher Julian. He's centre-back from Toulouse. They missed out on European football, or Champions League footballs, I think. So I think he'd be a decent switch. We've also got... let's try this one. Jikia, I think. Georgi Jikia. Tell us if I'm wrong, because I'm most likely wrong with that one. But he's from Spartak Moscow. He's Russian. He's a centre-half, and apparently he's decent, so we'll scout him. We've also got Abdoulaye Doucouré. 20 million kind of tells you that his overall is going to be pretty decent. But I really rate him in the Premier League, and it'd be nice to have. You can see there. He will be expensive though. Douglas Luiz is next from Manchester City. He's not going to get a look in really. 77 rated, 21 years old. He could be a decent centre defensive midfielder for us. Orbelin Pineda is next. He's going to be decent apparently. Release clause of 16 million. He's apparently a decent player. Again, we'll scout him. Been asked to scout a few Wolves players. These are the two I've gone with. Helder Costa and Ruben Neves. We do want a backup winger ideally. We've got some coming through the academy, which is decent. And another centre defensive midfielder, Ruben Neves. Obviously, we're not going to be buying everyone here. And there's quite a lot of centre defensive midfielders. Maxwell Cornet got relegated with Aston Villa, so he'd be a decent one to try and pick up. Again, scouting him. Loads of players here, which I've just forgot. I don't know which one of these, but one of these have got to be Ibrahimovic's regen. So we'll have a look at that. Nabil Fekir is next, playing for a Lyon side who also missed out on Champions League football. And I think if we can get him on a pre-contract, it'd be decent. These are pre-contract players, 3 Leipzig ones. Look at that. The talent that potentially Leipzig can let go of in 2020 is a bit crazy. We've got Bruma, who they obviously got from Galatasaray. Naby Keita, we all know about Naby Keita. He's actually going to Liverpool in real life. And then Timo Werner, the obviously very talented young German striker. Lazio again didn't do very well in the league last season. Joel Lasoro, they just cooped from Sunderland. I'm going to be keeping an eye on him because I think he could be decent. And the last one's a goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga from Athletic Club. I am going to be looking at more keepers as I'm going to be looking at more keepers as the transfer window goes on, because it is a priority. I just want to try and find quite an old keeper, quite a cheap keeper, which is a good price and a good rating, just because I've got some decent ones coming through. I don't want to pay too much money on a position which I think will be fine in a couple of years' time when my youth academy player comes through the ranks. Right, a couple of bids have come in for 2 influential players, one being Miles Kenlock, the other one being Andre Dezel. Both I don't think are good enough. I don't think they reflect the value of the player, and I want to ideally keep both because they're both quite young and they're both progressing quite nicely. So I'm going to reject them at the moment, but if you want to object to my rejections, then that's fine. Next time a bid will come in, I'll consider it, but at the moment these just aren't good enough offers, and I don't plan on really negotiating them, to be honest. I've got to admit, this Abdoulaye Doucouré deal is very tempting. 82 rated, it really sure like a statement of intent kind of thing. If it does dampen the price under Corey, I will obviously change that. We want 30 million on top of that. I do want to kind of take that down to at least 25. We want a 15%, or even 18%. We'll go that and we'll submit the offer, see what they say to that. It's a better offer and we can agree on it. So we're going to enter contract negotiations with the Corey now. Counter offered with this, and I'm tempted to just accept. We will just accept it like this, and we're going to have to try and offload a few players as well, it seems. Signing's been confirmed. It's probably our record transfer in terms of the fee, 24.4 million included with Joshua Emmanuel, and obviously I'm trying to get in a right back. I might get one in from the academy, but yeah, it's a big statement from us. It's now our highest rated player, and he's still got room to grow, I think, as well. Right, I did say I was going to get a keeper which was quite old and had quite a little value for his rating. This is Asmir Begovic, 82 rating, and we can offer between 14 and 21 million to get the deal done. Ideally I want to keep it low, and we'll see what happens from here. We might get a swap deal. I'm being hopeful here, but we might be able to include Brad Jones in the deal. We want to bring in a right back, no chance. We're going to just offer a transfer fee up front, and we're going to start off with £12 million, see what they say to that. They are not budging from 18.3, so we're going to accept this. We're going to accept this, and then, because he's got a lower wage than Joe Hart, who again was on my short list, I'm going to go into negotiations. We want to raise it to 50 grand, and we'll accept that. That's absolutely fine. And we've got a keeper now as well. We're making some progressions, but we are now low on funds, so players will have to go. Also, we have got James Tarkowski on a free transfer. Remember, we signed him on a pre-contract in January and ended up getting him here. This is the keeper I'm on about. I don't know if I've shown you him before, but I believe his name's Lorenzo Janssen. I could be wrong, but it's definitely Janssen is his second name. And 6'5", acrobatic goalkeeper, left-footed, very decent. 6'5" is obviously the main talking point here, and already he's got decent diving and reflexes. Just trying to get the handling and the kicking up. We need the positioning up as well, but I'm training him all the time, and I'm expecting him to be a cup goalkeeper in the coming days, to be honest. Now here's an interesting offer. With the arrival of Abdoulaye Doucouré, we've now got offers for Emma Hughes and Grant Ward. Grant Ward I'm a bit more reluctant to let go of, but Emma Hughes, I reckon he can probably leave, to be honest. He's been decent for the club, a nice 75 overall, but if we can get some money to try and bring some other players in, that would be ideal. And they've agreed straight away, so it's up to them to now agree a wage. He wasn't on very much to begin with, but he looks like he's going to Palermo, unless negotiations break down, which is quite likely, because you never often see... Well, to be fair, he's Welsh. Normally it's with English players that you don't often see them going to other countries in FIFA, because they just locating issues or whatever. But hopefully Emma Hughes can make his way over to Palermo and play more regularly, because he is a good player. So I've simulated my way to the final of the European Shield, and we've got one of the top scorers there, Andrew Dezel's there. We are currently trying to get some transfers done, but we are at a bit of a brick wall at the moment because of the funds we've got available. You just saw them there, so skip past them. So here's the lineup to play Ajax in the European Shield. It's a hazy day at the Waldstadion with we've got Begovic in goal, new signing of course. Back four that you've pretty much recognised: Kenlock, Conti, Webster and Aguirre. We've got Doucouré and Bishop holding midfielders. Ward is on the left, Salah Bures on the right, Dezel's in the middle, Abdoulaye is up front. You can see Joseph Martinez there is on the left hand side of the screen. He's not playing because he's on Copa America duty with Venezuela. Right. Grant Ward with a good tackle there. He's just gone past his man now, Grant Ward. He's looking for a near post finish. Onana saves on the rebound. Abdoulaye straight at Onana, tips it over the crossbar. Top goal scorer for us last season. He gives it over to Webster. That's over the bar. And we've created two early chances here, and that one looks to have just gone over the bar. I don't think it's got any contact. Dezel pressing from the front is what I like to see. Abdoulaye plays it back to Dezel. He shoots near post. Onana has to tip it over once again for another corner. He's put it in. No one's really got there. Grant Ward on the volley, off the head of Julia. I don't know what his name is really, but it's a crucial block. It might be off his shoulder actually, but good block nevertheless. Kluivert back to Van der Beek. Kluivert, they're passing it around the box. I don't quite like this, and they've tried a shot from outside the box, and I'm glad we've managed to limit them to just that. Neres is now forward. Concerning stuff is given a chance to get into the box as the fullback hasn't returned quite as quickly as I'd have wanted him to. They've got a second bite of the cherry here, which isn't what I want at all. Salabur manages to head on into Dizel. Dizel to Abdullahi. He's trying to get it past his man. It doesn't look like he's going to do so. Into Abdullahi. He wants to give it back to Dizel. Dizel's got it back. And now a ball over the top to Grant Ward is looking likely, but they're trying to defend it. They can't defend it successfully. Salabur with probably the highest shot I've ever seen on the volley here. I tried to rush it, but that's what happens when you rush it. He completely hit that with the wrong part of his foot, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame really. Skill this time. It's the first time we've done that really all season. Here we go. Forward De Ligt saves the day again for Ajax. And we're trying to knocking on the door here, trying to get a goal. Andrew Dizel. Lovely pass from Andrew Dizel into the feet of Ted Bishop. He tries to beat Imran. He tries to pull it back for Abdullahi. It's a good save from Onana. And again, we can't get through. It's very frustrating. Grant Ward into Abdoulaye Doucouré. He's running down the wing now with lots of stamina, lots of strength. Gives it to Dizel. Dizel into Abdullahi. Really struggling to break these down. He's turned, he shoots. And he just blasted over the bar again into the net. Alright, 3 subs made. Let's hope they can make a bit of a difference here. De Ligt into Dankalui. Long ball over the top. You wouldn't really associate that with Ajax, but here we go. It's now Joel Ward on for Salabur, who's been carded, of course. He's giving it to Andre Dizel. He's going to put one over the top. Here's Grant Ward getting onto the edge of that. He's just kind of cut back here. He's going to look for a pass, and in comes Joel Ward to get the goal late on. It's been so tough to break these down. What a run from the youngster into the box, doing everything well off the ball. He's hugged by Grant Ward on the other side of the wing, of course, and bloody hell, that took some effort to get into the box. Ward assists Ward. It's unbelievable stuff. De Ligt finally doesn't intercept a bloody ball. And we've got a lead here. I shouldn't be this excited, but we've got a lead here in the European Shield against Ajax. It's some vital funds. The substitutes, I don't know if they're just running, just training, or they're actually celebrating. But Joel Ward, 2 goals in the European Shield, surprisingly. Full time, we've got the victory in the end. And tell you what, if that De Ligt isn't man of the match, then I don't know who is. Joel Ward comes off the bench. Could this be a new breakout star for us? I'm not sure why we're celebrating it's the European Shield, but it's a good piece of trophy. It's a good piece of trophy, of course. Of course it's a good piece of trophy. It's a good piece of silverware to have. Not really for the trophy cabinet, but just for morale reasons, you know, just get into the frame of mind of winning things. It's what we need to do. Hopefully we can get a piece of major wear this season. That's my aim. 15 million. Now M.A. Hughes has gone, and we've also obviously won that European Shield, which, you know, it's another reason why we're glad to have won it. A bit more transfer funds. Of course, we want youth staff in as well. I'll probably ask Hughes to, well, we've still got some going, but we've got a scout report available from here. We're going to view this. And yeah, I'm just going to say thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like on it. You can still suggest some players, of course, bearing in mind the transfer budget that I've got. But, you know, it's a positive start. We've beaten a team like Ajax in 90 minutes, which is very positive in my point of view. And we've still got another month, I think, on these scout reports, or maybe one more scout report back, and then that should probably be it. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all once again for watching. First game of the season, I think, is against Chelsea, so we'll probably play that as well as a bit more transfer business. And then we've got Man City as well before transfer deadline day. It's a bit of a crazy day, but I do believe I'm probably going to play both those games in different episodes. We can finish the transfer window off there and then kind of burst through these fixtures, and obviously we've got the Europa League qualifiers to play as well, so it's going to be interesting. I hope you're going to stay tuned to watch this. I'd like to thank you all once again for watching, and I'll see you later, lads.